Hey guys, it's me, Bish. Welcome to Get Life Podcast. And you're like, oh my god, what's happened, Bish? You haven't been doing podcasts for ages. And I'll tell you the reason. That is because we needed to get new equipment, and we have now some really lovely equipment by Rode microphones. They didn't provide it, we just bought it, but it's some really cool stuff. So you can notice the audio quality is getting better. I am with my best mate, Georgina, and my sister. Sorry.
Best mate. Ooh.
Yeah, you're my friend.
No. That's a violation.
I've been violated.
Take right there.
I've been violated. You know what? I'm gonna cut that gap.
No.
I'm gonna edit you saying, "Yeah, you're my best friend, mate.
No.
Friends, football friends." Anyway, all of that aside, before we get into the topic of discussion, have you actually seen The In-Betweeners?
Some of it, yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
It's a bit much for me. It is a bit much for me, so I'm not. I mean, I appreciate a good joke here and there, but it's a little bit much for me.
Why is that?
It's just too many dirtiness, man. It's just dirty.
It's just dirty.
It's not dirty. It's dirty, fam. That's what it is.
It's dirty, fam. Okay, cool. Fair enough. I mean, I liked it. I mean, back in the day during school,
it's a good series. It is a good series.
I didn't really get into it until after uni.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone at school was like watching it, and they're like, "Oh, friends, football friends," and did not understand anything they were saying. But you know what? That goes on to the point of discussion today, because there were so many games that people used to play back in school, and I did not really get it at all. And one of them was Naruto Shippuden, the Naruto Ninja Storm games.
Yeah, see, I could never really get into Naruto. Although I give you this, the anime soundtrack is one of the best things I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I will become the Hokage.
The Hokage.
I don't even know what the storyline is.
I don't even, I've never seen.
All I know is I only know the jokes and I only know the soundtrack.
And
the soundtrack is, the memes are pretty lit, but had it been like a series of like only 1 or 2 seasons, maybe I could get back into it.
Yeah,
but now I
just
just
like
feel like it's too late. It's just too late. I can't be bothered to be invested. But I think it's a good series. Good season.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched it, but what I was talking about was the fact that back in school, everyone used to play this game, Naruto Ninja Storm, and the game that we're talking about today is actually made by the same people. I didn't know this until actually starting the recording.
Did you not?
No, and the game we're talking about
Bit
today.
of last minute research there, Bish.
So the last minute research was on the game that is known as Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. It's available on the PlayStation 4, the PS5, Xbox Series X, Series S, Xbox One, as well as the PC. It is an arena fighter, so it plays in a very similar way to games like Naruto Ninja Storm. So if you have played those kind of games before, consider yourself sort of at home with this game. Before we get into the meat of the discussion, I just want to thank our sponsors, Crunchyroll, Japan Crate, and J-List. Remember, if you do want to watch Demon Slayer, you can do on Crunchyroll. They have season 1, season 2, and I think they also have the Mugen Train arc.
Yes, they do.
They do. If you want to watch the Mugen Train film, you can watch it on Funimation. That is the legal place to watch it. And yeah, this game was provided to us by the lovely people at SEGA. So thank you, SEGA, for providing the game.
God bless you, SEGA.
God bless SEGA.
It was an awesome game.
I was going to ask you, what did you think of the game? You already said it was great.
I freaking love this game. I literally spent 48 hours staying. I don't recommend this to anyone, no matter how much the game is amazing. The game is so good. I spent 48 hours awake playing it.
Really?
I have not slept yet.
So 48 hours just playing this game non-stop?
I did take breaks here and there, but literally I've literally been up for 2 days playing the game.
And why is that?
Because it's just so addictive. It's so good.
Okay, cool.
I feel like you don't even need to be a fan of the anime or a fan of anime games. Or I just feel like anyone can play this game.
Okay. All right, I'm very interested to think about why you think that, because that's a bit of a weird take. I only would imagine that anime fans or fans of Demon Slayer would actually play this game. But why do you think that anyone can jump in?
Because it follows a really good storyline, even if it may not be 100% to the anime. It's more or less there. It does follow a really good storyline. It's just a fighting game, so it's not. You don't need to know the anime before playing it, in my personal opinion. Yes, to know that there's a game out there, you probably would need to be a fan of the anime or be a fan of animes in general. But let's just say you're in game or a place, or I don't know, a toy store that sells these video games. You spot this video game, you look at the back of it, and you're like, oh, I might give this a go. You don't need to necessarily watch the anime or even know of the game to play it.
But what if you're not an anime fan? How are you just going to go in?
It's a fighting game. It's so much fun.
All right, cool. But how are you going to know that it's a fighting game?
I'm sure it says it on the back of the disc.
It does, but at the same time, like, why would you go in and pick up a game like that? Like, for me, the only reason I find people that would buy this game is if you're really into anime.
If you like fighting games and you're not into anime, I still feel like you would enjoy this game.
Okay. fair enough. I mean,
That's my comment on it.
yeah, I kind of see that.
Whereas my favorite anime is Demon Slayer. My favorite kind of games is fighting games. So this was honestly 10 out of 10 for me.
But it's very different from other fighting games because it is basically like Naruto Ninja Storm. It's an arena fighter. So what do you kind of think of that style of fighting game? Because I wasn't really into it until this game.
I feel like for someone who's not really into fighting games, because like most people that play fighting games, they're into Tekken, they're into Street Fighter, they're into like the OG sort of fighting games. I feel like the way to play this game is a lot more easier than those kind of styles, so it's easier to grasp and still have fun with it.
Yeah, I would say that's because it is quite a simple game at its core. Right?
And there isn't that many complex moves to it. It's so enjoyable.
It's a game pretty much that if you've never played a fighting game before, you could like button mash and actually do quite well.
This is your gateway game.
Yeah.
Okay. Either into anime games or fighting games of that style in general. It's a gateway game and I really do enjoy it.
It's interesting that you mentioned the fact that you could jump in and play without knowing the story of Demon Slayer because the game has its own story mode and if you've actually played the story mode, I'm talking to the audience here, if you've played the story mode of this game, it is pretty much a reenactment of the stuff that happens in the manga.
Up until Mugen Train, yeah.
Up until Mugen Train, yeah. Which I was surprised about because this game came around the same time as Mugen Train.
Yeah. I honestly thought that the game was going to end when we reached that chapter when they're in the Butterfly Mansion or when they meet the Hashiras. I was shocked when I saw that Mugen Train had a separate chapter.
Yeah, I was shocked as well. I think that was mainly a bonus chapter because they knew the game, or they knew the film.
I think it was a nice final touch to the game, but I was surprised that it was even in the game, to be honest.
It's interesting though. It is quite nice. Like playing through the story of Demon Slayer. I mean, you're watching the anime, you're reading the manga, and you don't really feel as immersed. Like you do feel immersed to a certain extent, but playing the game itself, like for example, going into what was it? That house, that little cottage where they had all those puzzles. You know, the guy that banged the taiko drum. The demon.
Oh yes, I'm trying to remember the demon's name. The one that was part of the Upper 12, but then he
died.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
No, he didn't die. He got kicked out of being the Upper 12 because he didn't consume that many humans.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember his name.
Well, he died though, actually. They killed him.
Yeah, of course, I know that.
Well, who was it? Who was it? Inosuke that killed him?
It wasn't Inosuke. It was Tanjiro that killed him.
It
was Tanjiro.
Okay.
It was Tanjiro because one of the most beautiful parts of the scene in the anime and also I think in the game as well is when he says he really admires his work because each of these demons have their own sad story behind it.
Yeah, that's
and one of the sad stories behind this guy who was essentially an artist was his master never appreciated his work, whereas Tanjiro appreciated it, and then the demon felt at peace once Tanjiro killed him.
Can we just say something here? Why is Tanjiro so nice?
Tanjiro just needs to be freaking protected. He is a pure cinnamon roll. He is just the cutest thing ever and needs to be protected at all costs.
Why is he so nice? Anyone else in that position,
he says rest in peace to demons.
Yeah, no. Anyone else in that position would be a fucking asshole. And then Tanjiro is just so nice and cute.
Rest in peace, demons.
Why? Those demons shouldn't rest in peace.
No, but do you blame them? Those demons were initially, a lot of them were initially humans that were turned into demons, and they all had their sad stories. Like, do you not remember it when they're up in the mountains and they're fighting the spider people? Please forgive me. I can't remember all of the names of these demons.
They were fighting Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're fighting. But when he was fighting Rui's mum, he felt so sorry for her that the water form that he used was, I can't remember, I think it was called Blessed Rain. I can't actually remember the name of it, but it didn't give her any pain and it gave her a peaceful death.
What the hell?
Yes.
So why doesn't he do that with everyone?
No, because she deserved it the most.
She deserved it the most.
She
did. It was so many people.
No, but it was sad. It was such a sad story. I'm not trying to be funny with you, humans or demons. I mean, even humans kill people. So
that is true. But at the same time, it's because Tanjiro's sister is a demon. He's a bit biased. Let's be real.
No, but
a demon killed his whole family, and he was all right.
Michael Jackson.
Muzan.
No, literally every time I see Muzan in that original outfit, the Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal outfit, I just say shaka.
No, but it's true. It's like, that's one thing that I wanted to know is that this game actually lets you play as demons, right?
I quite like that.
Which was something that wasn't introduced at launch. The only demon that you could play as was Nezuko, but they introduced the demons in the most recent patch, which I think was interesting, but it was a bit odd to me.
I don't like, the only demon I think is OP to play with is A, Akasa, and B, Rui. Is it Rui?
Is Rui. Yeah, Rui, I think.
Rui is one of the best demons I've ever played.
Akasa is fucking beast.
He's beast.
He's beast. He's crazy. Like,
No, Rui is like overpowered.
Oh, Rui's overpowered, but I think the reason
To
why...
think he got sliced in one cup by Giyu, literally.
Bruh.
Poor Tundra was struggling, but Giyu just went up. Is his name Giyu? I can't. Yeah.
Giyu.
Literally just came in and one slice dead.
Bruh. Giyu is overpowered.
Man sliced him like toast.
But yeah, with the demons, so you get to pick one just because they are really overpowered, which makes sense because they don't have the escape meter anymore. Like, you can still perform escape moves using L1, but you don't get someone else to come in and perform guest attacks and things like that.
You know what I found that I would pretty much enjoy, although I understand why they're not in this game? Do you know when you're at the Hashira meeting and they're trying to decide whether or not what to do with Nezuko and Tundra once they find out Tundra is harboring this demon who is his little sister and he's part of the Demon Slayer corps. What I really found so interesting is that the game doesn't allow... I can understand it though, but the game doesn't allow you to play as the other Hashiras. It would be nice to have them as...
What do you mean?
So you don't unlock the Love Hashira. I can't remember all their names. You don't unlock the Love Hashira. You don't unlock the... is it the Rock Hashira? The one that's always there praying, literally.
The Rock Hashira?
And I don't know if it's Rock or Earth or... I can't remember. Stone Hashira.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Dwayne The Rock
Dwayne
Johnson.
The Rock Johnson Hashira. You can't get to play as, any other Hashiras, even the Sound Hashira, which is part of the entertainment district. Like, I would have really enjoyed it even if they introduced them as DLC, or if there's a second installment of the game for the entertainment arc.
You know what? I don't think there is going to be a second installment. I think Sega are going to do it as DLC.
I think they
entertainment arc
should,
DLC.
because I would really enjoy playing this game.
I would love it.
Entertainment arc. But I would really enjoy playing as being able to play as the other Hashiras, even though we haven't gotten so far in the storyline that allows us to play alongside of them. But even if they introduce them as DLC characters, I'd really enjoy, testing out their moveset.
Yeah, it would be nice to see. I think possibly also because we haven't seen them in action in the anime yet.
No, I get that, and that's probably why they never put them in the video game, but I still would really enjoy it.
One thing that you mentioned about those other Hashiras,
I can't remember all their names.
If
literally.
you're playing the game as demons, there are certain areas where you can't actually fight.
I love that.
It's a nice detail, but it pisses me off.
Is it in it's the Butterfly Mansion? Is
Butterfly
that
Mansion
because
and the Demon Slayer Corps? You
do
can't
they
actually fight there.
do they have Wisteria in those places
I
that allow
think,
them not to play as demons?
That's basically
So
it.
then how come you can play as Nezuko there, or is Nezuko excluded from that
I
because
don't
she's
know.
maintained her humanity in a way?
What is this? This is the thing.
Can someone who's a fan,
tell us.
if someone who's a fan could just explain this to us?
Yeah, because I really want to know, because it doesn't make much sense. Because even Nezuko, when you're playing as Nezuko, you're allowed a secondary character.
Maybe because she's maintained her humanity in a way. That means she's nullified to
What I think
Wisteria. I don't know.
is that the adding in the demons was probably a last minute thing. I don't think it was main thing to add the demons in. I think what people were thinking was, well, how come I can't play as the demons? And then probably CyberConnect and Sega were like, you know what, let's just add the demons in because we've already got their animations in the game because you fight them in the game. But they're not fun. The demons aren't fun at all. They're just really annoying.
Do you know what I found really, really a nice touch with this game? It's beautifully animated.
It is,
it's so beautiful to freaking play the game.
It's insane. It's because it's like, I felt like when you play a lot of anime games, it kind of feels like shit because it's like, oh, this kind of looks like the anime, but not as good.
This game was just so beautiful. Like, there was no difference between a video game and the anime.
Yeah,
in
I could not
the
tell
way
the
it
difference
looked.
at
In the way
all.
it looked.
And that's a credit to CyberConnect because it doesn't look as though you're playing a video game. It feels as though you're playing the anime.
Sometimes they even look better than the anime. Don't ask me how.
I agree with you. And I think the reason that is because the detail that you get in the 3D animation.
The amount of detail in this game was insane.
And the fact that you can walk around the environments in the story mode.
Oh,
which
yeah,
you
and you
wouldn't
can do a
normally
little
be
bit of
able to do.
exploring. That's really nice. But do you know what? There's one thing that pisses me off.
What?
Can't run. There isn't like an R2 run button or anything like that.
Yeah.
The only time you can run and you actually speed up as your character is when you're playing as Inosuke, because he naturally runs.
I think it's because Inosuke is naturally fast.
Yeah.
But there are moments in which
Which
you are running as well.
I can respect that, but personally speaking, it takes me a couple of minutes to go and explore and grab these fragments and grab these Kimetsu points.
I think the reason why they do that is because they want you to take in the environment and play the story mode. The story mode is not that long when you think about
It's
it,
not.
but they extend it by taking away your ability to
Oh,
run.
that brings me on to another point. I have to give credit to the creators of this game. When you're playing as Zenitsu and you're walking around all these different places and you're suddenly like freaking out and screaming and like you're shaking as you're walking, I give credit
It was a nice touch.
It was
but
a really
it was
nice
annoying.
touch to. No, it wasn't annoying.
It was
it's
annoying
funny.
because sometimes you just want to go through it and then you get the same animations happening and again and again.
No, but
It
I
seemed
found
a
it.
bit
I
dumb.
feel like if you're a Zenitsu fan, you'd really enjoy that.
Are there many Zenitsu fans?
There are so many. Have you not seen that guy on YouTube that dresses up as Zenitsu and he chases around all these Nezuko Chad and cosplays and he's going to Nezuko Chad and he literally jumps on them.
No one cares about
I
Zenitsu.
find him so funny.
I hate Zenitsu.
I got
With his one move,
thunder breathing.
his first form. He's just as good as Murata when you think about it.
No, but
Murata
he's-
can only use one form of water breathing.
How is he still alive?
I don't know. You know that. I was surprised that they even included Murata as a playable character in this game.
I'm
It's a waste of a
surprised
character.
Sabato and all these other people died who are quite strong. Can't remember the other girl's name. Sabato died.
And I think it's,
And Murata lived.
Yeah, that was. I
No,
think
but
he
look,
lived on a
look,
thread. let's be real.
Zenitsu might know only one attack, but he is super strong.
But Zenitsu can only use it when he's sleeping.
If he knew more than one attack, he'd be quite OP.
Yeah, but Zenitsu can only use that attack when he's asleep. So he's a bit shit. Let's be real. He's shit.
He's not shit.
He's shit.
Well, who knows? Maybe I've not read the manga, but who knows? Maybe he might be able to learn another
You know what?
form.
That's
Or
spoilers. Let's not talk about that.
I don't know. I've not read the manga.
You know
but-
what? The fact that this game included Murata.
And he's a playable character.
Why is Murata a playable character?
He's comic relief.
But he shouldn't be there. He's like
He's comic relief.
You know the Dragon Ball Z games where you had what was it? What's his name?
Hyrule. Is it Hyrule?
Hercule.
Hercule. Oh
Or
yeah,
Dr.
that's the one.
Mr. Satan.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not this. It's like this guy. He shouldn't even be in the Demon Corps, man. He's shit. Murata.
Yeah, no, I don't understand how Sabato died. That's why I feel like it would be good if there was like a prologue. I don't understand how Sabato died and Murata's still alive.
What did Sabato die?
Sabato's the little fox kid. Well, not the fox
Oh,
kid.
yeah, Sabato, yeah.
the one that
Sabato
gets,
and Makomo.
the one that fights with Tundra so he can learn how to cut stone.
Well,
and
didn't the what was it? Oh shit, what was his name? The guy with the hands? Didn't that kill him?
Yeah,
the
that
big blob
demon
guy,
killed
yeah.
Sabato and the girl. Yeah.
And Makomo as well.
Yeah.
Which is kind of shit, man. But you know what? They're OP. Though when you play as those characters, boy, they are OP.
But then it kind of reminds you like they did.
It's true. If they were so OP, why did they die?
Exactly.
Think about that.
They did.
Think about that. It's very interesting though, because this game has a very wide cast of characters. So I'm gonna go through them now. So you got Tanjiro. You also have Tanjiro, which is the Hinokami Kagura version. Where
Do you
he
know
uses
what?
his
I'm
fire
gonna
attacks.
pause you there. Although I understand why they did it's two separate characters, I thought it would still be quite sick if you can have the Hinokami Tanjiro with the normal Tanjiro and just have his extended moveset.
It would have made sense, but then at the same time, you need to extend everyone else's moveset because you're
true.
basically doubling the amount of moves that Tanjiro
See,
has.
this is why I can understand it, but I think for me personally, I would prefer it if it was one Tanjiro and then you have to unlock certain amounts of like amount of SP. I don't know what it's called in this game, but like a certain amount of a power bar.
Do you
Save that up in order for you to unlock the Hinokami.
Do you think it would be
Kagura
interesting to
side?
have Tanjiro, because you have a boost function in the game, so you can do your ultimate art, or you can do
This
a
is
boost.
what I mean, yeah.
So
if you
do you
can
think-
boost him and then do the Hinokami Kagura with that original Tanjiro, that would make more sense.
See, now I agree with you. If you could use those Hinokami moves with the boost,
Because
would have
essentially,
made more
if you look at
sense.
the storyline, the only time when he's about to die and his dad literally whispers Tanjiro, that's the only time his dad literally appears. When he's on his deathbed and he's like, Tanjiro, use the fire moves.
he's
literally.
still a better dad than Goku. Let's be real.
Yeah, no, because he's trying to be saving his kid beyond the grave. Like, respect to Tanjiro's dad.
Yeah, respect.
Literally, respect. Better dad than, like, most animes, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? The best dad in anime is Piccolo. Let's be real.
Yeah,
It's Piccolo.
Piccolo, yeah, exactly.
My guy, Piccolo.
No, All Might.
No,
Dad might.
No, he's not.
No,
Piccolo is
Dad
still,
might.
Piccolo is still a better dad,
Oh, yeah, true.
even though that's not his kid.
Exactly.
Oh man, Piccolo.
God bless Piccolo. Father figure out there.
Father figure. of the
Any,
year.
sorry, back to the original point.
Daddy
like
Piccolo.
these Hinokami Kagura moves are essentially like a power-up version of his moves.
Yeah.
He only whips them out the bag when he's in super danger or whatever, or he's fighting a really big enemy. So I don't get why the game has a second character. Why couldn't they do it as a power-up move
I
on
think
the
the
original
reason,
character?
possibly the reason why, is because you would have to do, like, only Tanjiro would get a moveset like that. You'd have to do that for everyone, and I think maybe it
Yeah,
was
but
more
if you
work.
look at it this way, I'm not trying to be funny, but you look at Tanjiro's moveset, he allows you to water wheel, whirlpool, and can't remember water. Is it water basin?
Yeah.
as well as the ultimate art and, his Hinokami moves. You look at other characters like Zenitsu and he's only got one form. Like,
True.
he's already got more movesets than other characters.
No, they still have the same moves. It's just they don't do as many moves like forms and stuff.
Yeah, but what I mean is that you still have more forms than he would in versus...
True, but
yeah.
you wouldn't give him too many. You've already mentioned it yourself. He already has more than enough moves. You don't need to give him
Well,
more.
do you know what? Then just have it as an ultimate art.
No, you know what? It kind of reminds me... No, but if you leave it to an ultimate art, then it's just like you can only use it once, and that's not what people want. The whole point of the game is that you play through and you feel that emotion and you feel what Tanjiro is going through. Now, I will say this, right? Looking at other similar games that CyberConnect has made, and even in other similar anime fighting games, if we're looking at a game like Dragon Ball Z, you can, for example, if you're Goku, you can go to Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly, yeah.
But on the character select screen, you can also select Goku Super Saiyan 4, Goku Super Saiyan 3 as separate characters.
Oh, can you? Okay.
So even in the old school games, they do it like that. It makes more sense. I understand. I'm not gonna shit on Sega for separating them as two characters.
No, I'm not. But personal opinion, it's fine that they're separate. Personal opinion, it makes more sense to have it as one character.
Okay. That being said,
Because I feel like with the amount of characters in this game, I feel like they tried to stretch it out because there isn't that many characters in these chapters.
That being said, we're going to go on a little bit of a break, and then when we return, we are going to talk more about the playable characters in this game. So we'll see you on the other side. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll, the most epic anime service out there. Got all your favorite shows, Naruto Shippuden. It's got all of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT if you're into that. It's got everything. Because you know what? Crunchyroll has just taken it to the next level with the largest anime library in the world. So if you want to get a 14-day free trial, go to getalivepodcast.com/Crunchyroll. Use our link. It does help us out a lot. Remember, when you support Crunchyroll, you are supporting us. Crunchyroll.com/Kunai or getalivepodcast.com/Crunchyroll. Whichever link you use is going to be the same. It's going to work just as great. So get yourself that 14-day free trial of Crunchyroll Premium without ads, full HD, whether you want to watch anime subbed, dubbed in all these different languages, German, English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, even Arabic subtitles. Crunchyroll.com/Kunai. That is Crunchyroll.com/KUNAI. Hang on a minute, there's another ad. Do you like candy? I'm sure you do, because I haven't met anyone that doesn't. Do you like Japan? And do you like candy? Well, you're listening to a Japanese gaming and or anime podcast, so I'm pretty sure you love Japanese snacks. Whether you like Kit Kats, Pocky, Japanese ramen. If you like all of that, you know where you can get it easily? Japan Crate. Japan Crate offers the unique experience of Japan through monthly crates filled with candy. Japan Crate gives you a delicious selection of snacks each month. You can cancel anytime, but you know what? I don't know why you'd want to. Learn more at getalivepodcast.com/Japan Crate. Remember to use the code GALP for $3 off all new subscriptions, even for other Japan Crate subs like Inku Crate, like Umai Crate, anything that Japan Crate does. So that is getalivepodcast.com/JAPANCRATE. Use the code GALP for $3 off. Back to you, Bish, on the episode. Well, that's a bit weird. I'm handing it over to myself. But you know what I mean. Enjoy the rest of the episode, guys. So we are back, and we are going to continue our discussion on the wonderful game that is Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. Georgina, what were you going to say?
Did you play the game in Japanese or English?
You got to play the game in Japanese. You can't
No.
play in English.
Look, let me give you one thing. I always watch anime in sub, English sub, Japanese dub. And I watched Demon Slayer in Japanese sub, and I will not have any other difference. But I have to admit to you, I played this game in English dub, and it was still pretty good. The only issue I had is when you're playing the Mugen Train, chapter, and you go and meet, is it Kojiro, what's his last name? Rengoku. Yeah. You go and meet him, and he's just there with his bento boxes, and usually in the Japanese sub, he says, Umai! 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 Like, it's weird because he's saying in English, and it's literally tasty, tasty. And that's the only thing I did not like about the English dub.
I think the reason why they put that in is, especially in the game, is because that's how it was in the English dub that Funimation did.
Oh, was it? Okay.
So
I never watched the English dub.
The very interesting thing about this, and this is actually a selling point that Sega really wants people to know, is that you have the original cast from the Japanese dub and the English dub.
Yeah, that's why I found the
game.
English dub really, really good.
It's good because it's
good.
the original cast. I mean, you got Inosuke as Bryce Papenbrook, right? Or sorry, Papenbrook. I don't know. Do you know who Bryce Papenbrook voices?
No.
Let us search.
Let's have a Google, because usually I watch sub, not dub.
I think he's in other anime and stuff. He's like really famous.
Who voices Tundra? Tundra's voice sounds very familiar.
So Bryce Papenbrook. Do you know who he is?
No.
Eren Yeager.
No way!
He's the voice of Eren.
No way! He doesn't even sound like it.
He's the voice
to
of
be fair,
Eren
no, because
Yeager.
I've rewatched Attack on Titan with English dub, and I found it really good.
Because he's Eren
Yeager.
Who else does he voice?
Tundro sounds similar. Who the hell is Tundro? Well, not sounds similar, it sounds familiar.
Let me see.
Tundra's got a good voice.
Tundro
Zenitsu.
is voiced by Zach Aguilar. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. My apologies.
Zenitsu's voice is really good as well.
They're all done by really like professional voice actors from Funimation, so they know what they're doing.
Who voices Tundra again?
Let me see. Let me finish. He's the same voice as Genos.
Oh, from
One Punch.
From One Punch, yeah.
And his name is.
Is he in anything else?
He's in Scarlet Nexus. He's in some other games, right? But he's not in that much.
But that's really interesting because he sounds nothing like Genos. Like these characters, they've got very good vocal range.
His name is Zachary Aguilar. I think.
Okay, who voices Zenitsu? Zenitsu's voice is really good.
Zenitsu is voiced by Alex Lee.
Alex Lee, I've heard that name. What else has he done?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's check now. Alex Lee voices Zenitsu, but who else does he voice?
His voice is really good.
Yeah.
Because he can go to like serious mode. It's like, I'll protect you. Let's go. You know, when he's sleeping and doing his the breathing. And then he goes into this really sort of like dopey kind of really cool Zenitsu kind of like scared shitless voice. Like, it's very good.
He's not in many games.
Is he not?
No, he's not, which is actually surprising. But
any anime?
He voices some characters in Call of Duty. There is some characters.
He's really good because he can go into like serious Zenitsu and then go into scared shitless
Yeah,
Zenitsu.
He's not in many anime.
Do you know what? He needs to be more because he's really good at what he does.
He's in Sword Art. He's in Rent a Girlfriend. He's in Kuroko no Basketball.
Oh no, he's in some good anime.
He is, but he's not in many of them. I mean, the rest of them are quite thing, but I think he's only been, I don't know how long has he been doing it. I think he's been doing voice work since 2014, maybe, at least from what it says on his Wikipedia page.
The best source and most
reliable best source, Wikipedia. But no, you've got some really great voice actors here. Like, I mean, even Bryce Papenbrook. You know what? I'm trying to remember. I think he was in a Dynasty Warriors game. He voices Theodore in Persona. He voices Makoto Naegi in what game was that again? Sorry, in Danganronpa. I know he's in. I have a feeling he's in Dynasty Warriors. He is Guan Ping. Guan Ping. I remember because I think he was going to an expo in the UK, MCM Expo, and then we were going to interview him, but we just didn't have the time. But he's in a lot of games, actually. He's in Shin Megami Tensei, he's in Fire Emblem, he's in Rune Factory, he's in a lot of games. He's a really cool voice actor. But that being said, yeah, but you know, Bryce Papenbrook, he's the voice of Eren Yeager, and he's the voice of Inosuke, which is Inosuke is best boy. So, you know. Going through the rest of the characters. So you got quite a lot of characters. You got Tanjiro, you got Nezuko, you got Zenitsu, Inosuke.
You got the Academy characters.
You got your Academy versions, which we'll get onto in a bit.
Which gets you more excited for the possible series that will come out.
Maybe, we don't know. So you got Rengoku as well. You got Shinobu. You got Gyu as well. Murata, which I don't think even he should be a character.
He shouldn't. He's just comic relief.
Just there.
Yeah.
I think he's there to pad out the thing for comic relief. He's kind of like what's that guy?
He's that. Do you know when you play DOA randoms ages ago, and you're literally selecting random characters?
He's Akira.
He's the Akira. He's the one that you don't want to be lumped with.
The funny thing is, if you've played Akira in Virtual Fighter, he's quite good.
So OP. It's just
but in DOA, he's just shit. Anyway, so you got Sakonji, you got Sabito, Makomo as well, and then you got your unlockable characters in the game, which are your Kimetsu Academy characters. So they're variants of the original. So in the universe.
Do you know who they should have as a DLC character? It literally just popped into my mind right now. Because if you can play as how do you pronounce his name? The guy that taught Tanjiro his forms.
Sakonji.
If you can play as Sakonji, why can't you play as the guy that makes it?
that guy is apparently sexy, man.
Have you seen the manga snapshots?
I don't know.
The guy, ooh, Jesus.
I don't know. Apparently he's sexy. So
Zaddy.
Zaddy, dad. Damn. Goddamn.
So,
Going back onto your Kimetsu Academy. So basically it's set in a different universe where these characters are in a high school setting, similar to like Attack on Titan Junior High.
Yeah, but I think what they might do with the possible series, instead of having them looking like really tiny chibi kind of looking, well, not chibi, but very tiny looking cute characters, I feel like they will still look the same, but they'll just be dressed up in academy.
Yeah, they do. They do look the same according to what the game
Attack
has.
on Titan, the characters look slightly different too.
Yeah, but bear in mind there's an age
Attack on Titan
difference.
Junior High,
The characters in terms of their age are technically like high school age, right?
Yeah, I think in the latest chapter, I think Tanjiro is like 16, 17.
Yeah,
in
so
the latest
that's
chapter.
probably why it made more sense to put them into a high school setting. So you've got Academy Tanjiro, Academy Nezuko, who's actually not a demon in this.
But she still has bread in her
She
mouth.
still has the bread in her mouth, which explains it a bit.
Oh, no, but do you know what's so cute? You look at both of their ultimate arts
Their
in the
ultimate
academy.
arts are good.
They link in with each other, and it's so cute.
You know what? I prefer the ultimate
Tanjiro's
arts from the
baking.
academy.
No, they're funny. Like they're. I love this part of the game. Like it's so. It takes away the pressingness of the game, or the ending
you
of
know
the
what?
game.
I forgot to mention something,
What?
but we'll mention it in a second.
Okay,
So
but
you-
it takes away from the depressingness of the end of the game when you go and play with your best friend multiplayer and whatnot, and you see like Tanjiro's ultimate art, and when he's in the academy, he's baking baguettes, and Nezuko's ultimate art is her almost losing her baguette from her backpack. Yeah, and I found that really cute that it both links in with each other.
I was really impressed with that. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I cannot fault this game. Like I absolutely loved every bit of this game, especially when you're fighting certain demons, and it more or less almost follows the anime in the sense that, let's just say, I can't remember the guy's name, but I think it's Yahaba, the guy with the arrows.
Yeah.
When-
Was it Yahaba?
Yeah, I think it's
Yahaba,
the guy with the arrows, and you have to press like this button so you can do like water wheel and whatnot, so you don't end up hitting the ground because you're being moved about with all these different arrows, which is more or less kind of like the anime where where you're being flung about by all these different arrows, and you have to do like all these different sort of like move sets in order for you to not be freaking crushed to the ground by these arrows. And I quite like that they had that in the video game itself. But the one thing that I was quite annoyed about is when you're fighting the swamp demon, which is one of your first missions in this game, all you do it was just a bit rubbish fighting that boss, because you just have Nezuko just fighting the boss and that's it. Like you don't see any cutscenes of like Tanjiro, or maybe I missed them because you can still go back and view memories within the chapters, but you don't actually get to go underneath the swamp as Tanjiro and fight that demon.
Okay.
Like that could have been a better boss battle than just having Nezuko just fighting the demon. And that's the one fault I have in this game. It's just that battle there. But what I also really did enjoy is when you're in the butterfly mansion and you're trying to get back your reflexes again, you play those mini games, and it kind of reminded me of Project Diva, because I suck at Project Diva and I have 0 reflexes.
The funny thing is with
I always could get in D. It was so hard.
You can actually go back and replay them, which is
I know,
really interesting.
it's really nice. It's quite fun, but I suck at Project Diva, so I suck at this as well.
You know who'd be really good at this?
Jacob.
Jacob.
I
He's
was
just a
thinking the
beast at
same
Project
thing
Diva.
as I was playing it, and I'm there
Which is funny though, because Project Diva is a Sega game, so I'm guessing probably they brought that in. They're like,
I
let's
like
put this in.
it, but I'm just there at 5:45 in the morning, pissed off, with like literally zero sleep, and my reflexes are messed up at this point.
So the other characters that you've got Academy Zenitsu, you've got Academy Inosuke, which I would say is the better version of Inosuke, just because of his final art. Academy Giyu, and I forgot to mention with Giyu,
He's lit, yeah.
you know who his voice actor is? Johnny Youngbosh,
No way!
the voice of Yu Narukami in Persona,
I love him!
and the voice of Adachi.
Did he not play a Power Ranger as well?
I think he did.
Like
actually.
from our era.
Wait,
I
let me
freaking
see.
loved
I'm
it. He
pretty
was like
sure
my
he
favorite
did.
Power
Let me see.
Ranger as well.
Did he? Was he in Power
I
Rangers?
think.
Wait, no, we need to wait. Give us a second.
Let's Google this.
We need to
I freaking love Johnny Youngbosh.
Was he in Power Rangers?
I'm adamant he was. Like years ago. I'm pretty sure he was.
Was he in Power Rangers?
Google it. I'm pretty sure. I freaking love him. He's so talented.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Is he in Power Rangers?
Wait.
You know what? You are right. He is the.
But which Power Ranger
He is-
and which ones?
His first major role in acting
Yeah.
was the portrayal of Adam Park,
Yeah.
the second Black Power Ranger,
I told you he was a black Power Ranger.
and also the Green Zeo Ranger and the first Green Turbo Ranger in the Power Rangers.
But
franchise.
what film?
I don't
What
think he was in
series?
films,
What
but-
series did he play the Black Power
I
Ranger?
don't know. Let me check. I think he transitioned over to voice acting. Let me see.
See,
In
I told you.
1994,
I told you.
he landed the role of Adam Park. So it would have been in the second season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I told you, the ones that we used to watch.
So yeah, that was like I would say it's somewhat OG Power
Yeah,
Rangers.
the ones that we used to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I freaking loved him.
So
I love him.
great guy.
Go Power
Okay,
Rangers!
cool.
Is that the theme tune to that one?
I think so. I think that was. Anyway, so he's an incredible voice actor. He's been in so many different
Not just
things.
that, incredible actor for him to
He's-
play Power Ranger.
He's in Samurai Champloo. He's in Naruto. He's in Bleach. He plays Ichigo in Bleach, the main character of Bleach. He's in Lucky Star. He's also in Naruto Shippuden. What else is he in? He is in Toradora. He plays Kitamura-san.
I loved him in.
in
Is he Yu Narukami in both the personas?
He's in both Yu Narukami and Adachi.
I freaking love Yu Narukami. I love Pimp Narukami.
Yeah, everyone loves Narukami. Let's be real.
He just got away with so much.
Who else does he voice? He's in so many different things. It's unreal. He's in One Piece. He's also in Demon Slayer, as we've already mentioned. He is in a small show. It's not that big. It's called Free.
Who does he play in Free?
Guess. Who do you think he plays in Free?
I think he plays.
Who do you think he
plays
plays in Free?
Haru. I have a feeling.
No, he's not Haru.
He's not Haru. It can't be Makoto.
No, do you know who he is? He
No, do not
voices-
say Nagisa. It can't be Nagisa.
He voices
Don't-
Makoto.
He voices Makoto.
He voices
No, I
Makoto.
can't see him voicing Makoto. I
He
need to feel
voices
like I need to
Makoto.
go. I feel like I
I'm
need to
looking
go
at it
back.
right
I feel like I need to go back, watch it in English because I can see him. Because you know how Gyu is very calm.
Yeah.
I can see him voicing Haru, not Makoto.
He voices Makoto.
I love Makoto.
He voices
I'm gonna
Makoto.
watch it in English now. The way you said a very small, you had me figure, oh, this is some shit thing.
Very small because no one really
no,
cares
I
about Free anymore.
freaking love Free.
No one really cares
I
about
love
Free.
Free.
With the characters, so you've got Gyu, and you also got Shinobu Academy version, which is pretty cool. So you've got your Academy characters, and then after that, you've got your demons, which are pretty much the main demons that you fight in the game.
Oh, do you know what I just realised? Rengoku doesn't have an Academy character. Does that mean he dies in the Academy as well? If there is going to be a spin-off.
Spoilers. Why?
I'm sorry, everyone has freaking seen it by now.
no,
Everyone knows.
So
it's like how everyone knows Eren's mum dies in the
No!
first fucking episode. Everyone
Eren,
knows Rengoku's dead. Everyone knows. We've all mourned this.
No, we haven't.
We are still mourning this.
We're still mourning R.I.P. Rengoku. But you know what was really interesting about the game is the fact that you can actually play as these characters. Because when you're watching the anime, you don't really get to experience as much. Like, you might see Shinobu for like 2 scenes and you're like, oh, okay, cool, she's kind of shit. Like, she's just there, butterfly lady. But you actually
She's
get to...
freaking lit.
She's
to play
crazy
with.
in
Yeah.
this game. I love it. It's the same with the characters that have died earlier on, like, Sabito and Makomo as
Do you
well.
get to play as Kano? Is that her name Kano? The one that doesn't speak, the one
No.
that flips a coin.
You don't get to play as her. You don't get to play as her.
weird.
But I think what's going to happen is that probably we're going to get DLC where you get to play as these characters that are in
I kind of
want to
play. I want to kind of play as the Hashiras that we have not seen them in action yet.
But you're not going to get to play as them until they're introduced in the anime.
Okay, I will settle for the sound Hashira. Is his name Tengen? I freaking love him.
Who's that?
The one with three wives.
Oh my
No,
God.
do you know it'd be so sick?
If you get to play as his wife.
Yes.
Do they even fight? I haven't even seen the show. Do they even fight?
Well, they've got another episode being dropped tomorrow.
Do you think...
They've not even saved his wives yet. That's where it is far in the
Do you know
anime.
what would be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if you got to play as him, but you couldn't get to select a support character, and instead his wives come in and help him?
No, but I feel like his wives would be OP enough to play separately.
I think so.
Yeah, but do you know what's quite funny? If you can get like DLC costumes to play as Sumiko, is it?
Oh my God.
Is it? What are their little names again?
I can't even
Inoko
remember.
is one of them, I think.
What, the little girls?
yeah.
The ones with the bowl haircuts? What?
Yeah, literally.
Well, no, which ones are we talking about? Are we talking about the ones in the beginning?
that's not what I'm talking about.
The
And do you know
triplets?
do you know in the entertainment arc where he's going off to sell off Zenitsu and Inosuke and if you can play
We shouldn't be talking about spoilers for the season.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, the manga's out. There are spoilers
no,
everywhere.
don't.
No, but when
This
they
isn't
dress
spoilers.
up as like little girls, I feel like there should be
Oh,
there
you mean
should
that?
be DLC costumes.
Okay, no, you know what? I think that might happen. If
to
they
let
ever-
you play. I think one of them called Sumiko. I think that's Tanjiro's one, and then Inoko is Inosuke's one, and Zeniko is.
You know what? Okay, cool.
Zenitsu's
What I
one,
think should
yeah.
happen is that when we get the
entertainment
arc, Sega needs to do a DLC so that you can experience the entertainment arc and then give them the character costumes from their characters.
Do you think, because you see Michael Jackson, Muzan Jackson.
Muzan Jackson.
I feel like you see Muzan Jackson more in the entertainment arc. Do you think they should introduce him as a character?
No, he would be too OP. He's like the king of demons.
Could you imagine his L1 summons other demons?
That's too OP. I think the fact that they even include, what was his name? Akaza?
No, but that's good.
He's too OP. Akaza is just too
No,
OP.
Rui.
Rui is alright. I think Rui's okay, but
no,
Akaza's
Rui, like literally, you can't win.
Akaza's too OP.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I keep scoring D's against Akaza.
It's just too difficult. It's too difficult. But that's the thing. Like, this game isn't easy. Like, you can play on different easy modes, but like I was playing the game on normal. I got my ass handed to me so many times.
I only got my ass handed to me when I was playing against Akaza and the reflex challenges.
No, not just Akaza. When I was doing the Mugen train, I hated that fight. I
freaking loved that fight.
It was so hard.
It was hard,
reason.
yeah.
Like, why? Like,
no, but it has to be hard for a reason because you're playing as a Hashira and you're playing against an upper ranked demon. I'm pretty sure he's upper ranked.
I'm not even talking about the Hashira bit.
Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the bit where it's you and Inosuke and you just.
Oh, is his name Emnu?
Yeah, when you're doing the Mugen, like that, when you're actually fighting the train. He's also a playable character, by the way.
Do you know what I love? The way they animated. No, I have to mention this.
You might.
No, the way they animated it when they're in their dreams was done beautifully.
That was great. The fact that you can actually move around in his dreams.
The fact that like his little brother was screaming out "Tanjiro, totally!" like several different times, that broke me. And also another thing that made me literally snort out laughing, and I know this is really bad of me, I know I'm a messed up human being, is one of the missions says leave your family behind.
And that's an mission.
It's a mission.
Imagine if there was a
I know these are spoilers, but that made me snort out.
You know what?
In laughter, because I found it so dark that is your mission, leave your family behind, whilst your little brother is screaming out Tanjiro.
There needs to be a sort of achievement where you just stay with your family for like 5 minutes and then the achievement pops up. Like, just going against what the game is saying. I think that would be quite fun.
No, there wouldn't be an achievement. Like, that's not an achievement.
Have you not played any games recently where you just get achievements for doing nothing? That's the whole point. Achievements, I mean.
But do you know what really confused me is when you hear Tanjiro's dad go, Tanjiro, you just need to do what you need to do, basically. But his name came up, question mark. It's like, bitch, the only time Tanjiro's dad appears is when he's on the verge of death. We know it's Tanjiro's dad.
Yeah, but the reason why they do that is because, once again, the film had just come out at that point.
Oh. But they animated it as Tanjiro's dad. You could see it's him.
Yeah, but they don't want to spoil it for people. That's why even in the press release they said don't talk about it. That's why it's not meant to.
And here we are talking about it.
Yeah, because the embargo is lifted.
Oh, is it? Okay. Can we talk about the final battle?
No.
Please.
No, we can't.
We literally can't talk about that.
We can't talk about the final battle of the game because it's not canon.
But I loved it. It was an amazing touch. Amazing
touch. I'm not gonna lie, it was great.
It made me cry.
We can't talk about it.
It made me cry.
Moving on from the final battle, we're gonna go on a little bit of a break, and then when we return, we're gonna talk about the final portion, which is the game mechanics and really why you should really play this game. Okay, so we'll be back in a moment. Damn, Bish, back at it again with more ads. If you're not a big fan of ads, you know what you can do? Subscribe to our Patreon page, in which you pay £5 a month or $7 thereabouts a month for early access content on Kunai, as well as ad-free episodes of GALP. Isn't that amazing? Sure is, Bish. Sure is. So if you want all of that and you don't want to listen to ads anymore, get yourself over to patreon.com/GetALifePodcast and sub. That's all it is, guys. Just sub. You help us out a lot. It does help us produce the best show that we can do. That's patreon.com/GetALifePodcast. Become a patron today. If you don't want to pay monthly, then consider leaving us a tip on Ko-fi. That is ko-fi.com/GetALifePodcast. You can leave us a one-time donation there. All of this kind of stuff goes back into the podcast, and we really do appreciate your support. So consider supporting us either on Ko-fi or on Patreon. Thanks, guys. Ooh, I guess there's one more ad for the episode. So you better enjoy it because we're talking about J-List. You're like, Bish, what is J-List? Well, let me tell you. J-List brings you the latest otaku goods from Japan, whether it's manga, anime, cosplay, import games, visual novels, even ecchi stuff. J-List has got you covered. Learn more at getalivepodcast.com/J-List. That is getalivepodcast.com/JLIST. Remember to use our link and the code GALP for 5% off your first purchase on J-List. That is GALP for 5% off your first purchase on J-List. And you know what? J-List has got some really cool stuff. They've got the Oppai mouse pads. They've got new photo books from Japan. They've got figurines, Genshin stuff. They've got VTuber stuff. They've got doujinshi. Anything you want, it's on J-List. Imagine J-List as Alibaba's cave, but for Japanese goods. There you go. All the more reason to support the show and to consider using J-List for your next Japanese import purchases. That is getalivepodcast.com/J-List. Thanks, J-List, for sponsoring the podcast. Anyway, I think it's time to go back to the episode. Shall we? We shall. Enjoy. Okay, we are back and we're here to talk about a lovely game called Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. Georgina, I don't know if you know this, but there is a multiplayer function in the game.
Yes, I do know this. We played.
Yeah, we did. We played a couple of rounds.
Yeah, you got your ass handed by me.
Yeah, shut up. You're shit, man.
I beat you with Murata.
I beat you with Murata. What the fuck are you saying?
I mean, look, you may have won one battle. No, listen. Well, I think we played about 10 battles, and I won about 9 of them. But he won one battle with me against Murata.
Okay,
when he was playing Murata.
You had Rengoku and Hinokami.
That was not the battle. I was playing as a demon.
You had Hinokami. You're bullshit.
You're lying.
You played as Akaza. I bet you played as Akaza.
I was playing as Yahaba's friend. I can't remember the one with the.
No, that wasn't a fight. You're getting confused now. Fuck you. You're getting confused now.
No. Don't you dare insult me and cause violation by saying you beat me when I was playing as Rengoku and Hinokami.
It was Tanjiro Hinokami and it was Rengoku.
No, chat shit get banged. It wasn't. It was not. It was not.
Fuck you. I beat you with Murata yesterday. Shut up.
Your mum. It was not.
It was. You're just lying, man. You're lying. You know the truth. Don't deny yourself of the truth.
Don't chat shit.
Don't deny yourself.
Don't chat shit.
Tanjiro.
You beat me as Murata when I was playing as a demon.
Doesn't
because
matter.
I personally find the demons are quite hard to control.
Demons are shit.
They're quite hard to control. They're quite hard to control.
I get why they've done it so that you can't pick a second character.
No, you say the demons are shit, but the Akasa demon and Rui demon is so... I quite enjoy playing as them, and I would play as them again.
Because they're the only playable one. Like, the other ones...
The Yahaba, shit.
Yahaba's
the other one's shit.
Let's talk about Yahaba for a second. Why is he so shit?
Wait, can I ask, how come Yahaba and all these other demons are in the game? Oh no, because they've got Muzan's blood in them, don't they?
Yeah, all demons have Muzan's blood.
Because you don't know, but they have a certain concentration of Muzan's blood.
Yeah, if you have more Muzan blood, then you do.
Yeah, because I realised the swamp demon's not in there, is he? It's only the...
But then think about it, even if they included the swamp demon, how would you be able to play as?
Yeah, no, probably.
It's impossible because he just goes under the ground.
No, but how do you get Yahaba and the other demon, but you don't get the drum demon?
No, but I think the drum demon is because it has to be done in a certain stage. Like, it would be a bit weird. His whole fighting...
No, but could you imagine they only allow you to select the stage? Oh, yeah, true.
Because the thing is with the drum demon, because you can make the same argument about the first demon as well, the guy with the multiple hands. You can make that same argument, but in reality, you can't fight the drum demon for one simple reason, because he was designed as a boss. I don't think he was designed to be playable. You know what I mean? Because most of his attacks, you don't actually see him. It's just the grounds, cutting it into pieces. It would be nice if they found a way to make the drum demon playable. But what I think should have happened was Yahaba and I think it was his sister or something.
I don't know if they are related.
Whatever. But Yahaba and I think Suzumaru, her name is.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's the name. Yeah.
They should have been made as one character.
Or they should have been, tag team characters.
I think they should have, in the same way that...
because it doesn't make sense. Yahaba's so shit by himself.
He is so shit by himself. Like, they should have done it so that it's similar to... I forgot what her name is now. Tamayo and Yoshihiro. They should have made them like that. They should have given them both the one character. Because the issue with Yahaba is that even in the fight, Yahaba's shit by himself in the anime, right?
That brings up another question. And maybe someone in the community can answer this, like a Demon Slayer fan, or maybe Sega can answer this. But how come you can play as Nezuko in that Butterfly Mansion, but you can't play as
any demons.
You can't even play as. I thought maybe it's because Nezuko retained her humanity, but you can't even play as. What is those two kind demons' names? I can't remember.
Tamayo and
you
Yushiro.
can't even play as Tamayo, who's also managed to break Muzan's curse.
It's weird.
It's weird. Like, how could someone explain why is Nezuko allowed to play in the Butterfly Ranch?
I don't know. It's a feature that they implemented, probably to keep in some level of what's the word, realism, I guess.
No, and that's what I really like.
It's nice, but it's something that I never understood. It's like we got Tamayo and Yoshihiro, but we should have genuinely, I think Suzumaru and Yahaba should have been one character.
Yeah.
Just because with Yahaba is that his square attacks basically throw out the arrows, but the arrows don't do any damage. They just stun people.
But do you know
It's
what?
so dumb.
I kind of want to play as Muzan Jackson, especially when he's a little kid and he's playing as Jackson 5. Muzan Jackson.
Jackson 5!
Literally.
Jackson.
No, when he's that little kid, he's playing as
Jackson 5.
as little Muzan Jackson from the Jackson 5. Do you know what? They shouldn't even, because didn't they disband the lower Kazukis? And what are they called? Yeah.
I don't know.
The lower demons, didn't they disband them? So I think there's only 5 left.
The Jackson 5.
The Jackson 5.
I'm dead. I am dead. The Jackson 5.
Or like more or less 5 left because they disbanded the lower.
That's
lower
hilarious.
6, yeah.
That is hilarious. The funny thing is, though, it's like the only demon characters that are good to play as is Akaza and Rui, and that's it.
Yeah.
The rest of them are just dog shit. I'm being honest. It's just like they're not fun to play as. Even Enmu.
I did not like that.
Enmu was annoying. Like with his little demon art was good. His demon art was. That's another thing I love about this game.
I think
the demon
I
arts are
Enmu
fucking
the animation
mad.
and the animation of the game rather than fighting.
Yeah, I mean, even
fighting as
you know what? I preferred fighting Enmu. I love fighting Enmu.
No, that was fun. Yeah,
but
I wouldn't fight as.
I wouldn't fight as him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just. There's no need.
But
Genuinely.
Akaza.
Akaza fucking beast.
Beast.
He's beast, man. He's beast. One thing I also mentioned is that when you're playing the game and you collect random, it's really annoying. Sega needs to fix this. Like, well, how come I press random and it will give me characters that aren't supposed to?
Yeah,
like it gives me one demon character and one regular character. And it's like, oh, you can't pick them. I'm like, what the hell? But it's the same.
Why would you do that?
It's the same with like sometimes it'll give you 2 Tanjiros, and I'm like, what? The game needs to be fixed. That needs to be fixed. It's the same thing. It's like even when you're doing stage select, and this is something that I wish the game had more of. The game needs more stages. It feels as though you're playing on the same stage all the time, which is a bit annoying. I get the whole demon thing, but you know what? Sometimes I do want to play on the Butterfly Mansion because that is the best stage.
I love this game and I give it 9.9 out of 10. The only point, like 0.1 point I'm going to take off is when you're fighting the swamp demon, because that storyline could have been a lot better. Like even if you're not actually in a battle with him, but you press like the square and the triangle and do like an ultimate art move or somewhat of a move, that would be a lot more exciting than just skipping that whole bit out.
I agree.
It's a shame because it's literally in the beginning of the game as well.
No, I agree with you. I mean, but in my personal opinion, I wouldn't give this game like a score because it's a good game. I think if you're a fan of this type of fighting game, great. But other than the story mode, the online multiplayer is nice, but I feel as though there's not that many people playing online. And
Well, when did this game come out?
it came out, but the thing is, Sega is still supporting this game. The game came out
This game is really
in
good.
October, so it's kind of worrying that people aren't playing online, and they're doing more things. Like I noticed that there is a system where you have Kimetsu points that you get through the story, and you can use those points to unlock unlockables like voice lines and stuff that you can pretty much only use in multiplayer, like online multiplayer. Which is like, if you don't play online multiplayer, then what do you have to unlock?
But do you know when you're playing online, is it like other fighting games where you can get ranked and that you have a grade?
So you have ranking and grade.
No,
and
but in the
stuff.
sense that like, oh, he's now a rank A fighter.
Yeah, you have that. You have that. Yeah. So you have a rank and you have a grade.
I honestly think that more people need to be playing online. It's a really good game.
It is, but it's not everyone plays arena fighters. Like it's not a popular fighting game style. Most people that play fighting games either play 2D or 3D fighters. They
Maybe
don't play
because
arenas.
there isn't an option to become a professional at this game.
Yeah, I mean
Because where Street Fighter you can become professional, even DOA you can become a professional.
even Smash Brothers.
you can be a professional. Whereas this game you can button smash your way through. And
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
designed for
but
professional.
I'll
gameplay.
be honest with you with this. IMO in my opinion, this game is made to be enjoyed. This game is enjoyment at its finest form.
It is, but there's some issues, like I said, with the whole Kimetsu points because it's like to gain them, the game pretty much forces you to play online. And like, let's say you bought this game, you don't have PSN Plus. Like, if I want to unlock everything, I have to either do the training mode, which is not fun, or I have to play online. I can't unlock all the costumes. There's so many costumes that I wasn't able to unlock. And you know what? I wouldn't have been able to unlock all of the Academy characters if Sega didn't send me the Ultimate Edition of the game. Because with the Ultimate Edition, you get the unlock for those characters instant. I don't think I would have been able to unlock all of those characters with the amount of Kimetsu points that they give you just from playing the story. The game really, really focuses you on playing online multiplayer, which is a bit annoying. I don't like that. Some people will, but I'm not a fan. And to be honest with you, it doesn't quite work because there's not enough players. And even if there was,
I don't think there's enough movesets as well.
there isn't enough. Like, a lot of people online just spam the same moves.
Water wheel! Water wheel!
That's
Water
it.
wheel!
And it's not enjoyable because when I go online, people only play as one character. And do you know who that is?
Who?
It's Hinokami.
Because he's the
Tanjiro,
most... I love that character. So that is my favourite character. And the original Tanjiro.
Which is, it's annoying.
And I like to
because-
pair them up with Nezuko-chan.
And another thing, though, I understand why they do it, but it's so annoying to me is that I'll go into an online match and my character's already picked for me. But before you go on online and before you make yourself online, you actually have to select your character in the stage that you want. It's pretty weird. I get it. The reason why they do it is sort of to take out loading times. But I'm not a fan of the online multiplayer of this game. I think they need to put more focus in on the characters. They need to add more characters as well.
I think if they added in the other Hashiras, maybe then people might be more inclined to have like character diversity when they're playing online as well.
Yeah, well, not really, because Hinokami Tanjiro is like OP, and that's the only reason.
Yeah, but
why
let's
people-
just say they added in. I think his name's Tengen, one of the three wives. If someone added in him or Daki, the demon in season 2.
Yeah, but have we seen them fight? You can't put them in if
In
you
the
haven't seen
manga,
them fight.
yes.
No,
but
not
I'm
about
not.
manga,
Look, I'm
'cause all the
saying.
st-
Well,
the
no.
moves are
Wait. What
based
I'm
on
trying
what's
to
in
say.
the anime.
What I'm trying to say is this won't happen now. But if there was a second installment of the game or a DLC later after the full season 2 has been released, that might be nice.
Yeah, and I think possibly if Sega is listening, which they probably are, that it is worth doing to support this game a lot more. Don't be dickheads and like release it a
You
second
can't call a company.
game. I'm just saying, don't be like that. Don't
No, you
don't,
can't say
don't
that.
release a second game. I think that would be a really poor move.
Have an expansion pack.
Yeah, have an expansion, but don't release it as a second game, because that would really annoy me. Because I've seen other companies like Bandai Namco, they did the same thing with My Hero Academia. What was it? My Hero Academia 1 Heroes Justice or some shit. They released the first game for the first seasons, and then the next game, instead of basically adding more into the game.
No,
and
but
adding
I
more
think you
characters-
can do that because My Hero Academia has several, like, Demon Slayer is very short in the sense of how
Yeah,
many
but
seasons you can
why
have. But
would
My
I-
Hero Academia has loads of seasons, so I can understand
No,
why they did
that's
that.
bullshit for one simple reason, because the difference between My Hero Academia 1 and 2 in terms of game, the game is the same. The gameplay is the same. The characters are the same. They're just reusing assets.
But
and just-
Bish, you
and
can
adding
say
on more
that about
characters.
so
No.
many other video games as well.
But still, it's an opinion, and I think that Sega, if you're listening, do not make a second game. Just release DLC for this game if you want to add more characters, more stages. Don't be like Bandai and just make a whole new game for like 4 characters. That's stupid. Don't do that. It's literally because the way anime games are, right? They're really expensive when they come out. Like this game was like £60 on PSN store, and then now it's in like what the PSN summer sale or whatever, or not summer sale. The PSN Boxing Day sale for the anime games, and it's like what 75% off. So
No way.
these games get like discounted heavily. So I don't think it's worth putting out a new game for like 4 characters. That's just a waste of money, because the way it's gonna go is that big fans of Demon Slayer will buy it straight away. And then everyone else will buy it later on.
But
And
I
think it's unfair
honestly
for the
think
fans.
with the entertainment arc, there isn't really much to it because they're only going to spend it in just the entertainment district. Until you get to the next couple of seasons of the anime, there isn't any point doing a second game, especially the entertainment arc. It needs to be an expansion pack because there isn't really much to that story.
No, there isn't.
It's a 6 story, but you're still forever going to be in the same area,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
which is the entertainment.
But
district.
what's going to happen after the entertainment arc? Is that going to be the full season 2, or are we going to see more in season 2?
I think that might be season 3, and I think that's when you really get to the meat of the, your meat and 2 veg of the anime. I'm kidding, that's weird.
Split dodge.
Your meat and your potatoes, or the anime will say. No, I'm kidding, but I think that's later on. Do you know, like, I don't want to say about having spoilers, but when you meet more of Muzan Jackson, for example.
Have to say he every time and someone mentions Muzan.
No, but do you know what's so funny? It's just so funny because he's Muzan Jackson and then he's Muzan Jackson of the Jackson 5 or the
I'm
Demon
dead.
6 or Demon 5.
The
Can't remember how many
Jackson 5.
demons there are left because he's that little kid and he's like, do you know that scene where he goes Akasa and he's like literally flinging about with it.
I haven't seen season 2. So.
You need to. They're releasing another episode tomorrow. Like I don't watch things simulcast. I usually am the kind of person I wait till the whole season's out and I watch it all at one night. But this is the only anime that I've been patient enough because I absolutely love this freaking anime that I'm watching it week and week and week.
Georgina, thank you for coming on. But also big thanks to Sega for providing us codes for this game. Big thanks to Funimation for actually helping us out with the Mugen Train film and stuff like that. Big thanks to Crunchyroll for sponsoring because you can watch this on Crunchyroll. Go to getlifepodcast.com/Crunchyroll. It will take you to the Crunchyroll page and you can sign up for 14-day free trial. You can watch the first season, second season, and in fact, the Mugen Train arc of this show as well as many other anime. In addition to that, big thanks to our sponsors, J-List and Japan Crate. You know what? There was one thing before I end this episode. We got Jacob a copy of the game as well.
Oh, I love Jacob. I feel like he'd really enjoy that Project Diva bit. That's what I'm
Is that it? That's the only reason Jacob plays the game, just for
just for that Project Diva bit.
No, you know what? He's a big fan of Demon Slayer.
Is he?
He is a big fan.
Really?
He's a big fan of Demon Slayer, yeah.
So you could. No, I'm gonna sing on the
he enjoyed it. So, but the thing is, right?
theme song later.
I don't know his opinion on the game or not because I haven't actually had a chance to speak to him. Because me and Jacob were originally supposed to do this episode.
How fucking dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
You got subbed in.
How did I got subbed in? Who the fuck do you think I am, Murata of this episode?
You are Murata.
Fuck you.
You are Murata. You're not supposed to be here.
I hope Muzan Jackson haunts you in your sleep.
No, that's scary, man. Don't say shit like
Could
that.
you imagine you get sleep paralysis instead of like seeing
No.
instead of seeing like a random person at
It's
the end of
just
your bed,
Muzan.
it's Muzan Jackson.
Jesus. Oh, that'll be fucked up, man.
Could you imagine if that happens?
No.
You're trying to make out like I'm the Murata of this fucking episode.
You are the Murata.
No,
of
I'm
this
not.
episode. You are
Fuck
Murata.
you.
You are Murata.
Screw you.
You are Murata. You know who else you are? Murata.
I'd rather be Murata than Yahaba.
Oh, Yahaba's so shit. Man.
Exactly, you're
So
Yahaba.
shit. One final thing. Tell us what you guys think about this game. You can tell us on our Twitter page at Get Alive Podcast, or you could join our Discord. If you go to getalivepodcast.com/Discord, you join it, and then we can have all these fun discussions about how shit Murata is in our anime channel or in our gaming channel, and you guys can talk to us directly because you know what? I want to know who is your favorite characters. Oh, that's being said, who is your favorite character, Georgina?
In the whole
In the game.
franchise?
No,
or
in the
just
game. Let's not talk about the franchise. In
Do
the
I
game.
only get one?
You only get one. Who's your main? Who do you
I'm
main?
gonna sound so basic. Hinokami Tanjiro.
Ah.
Or even the normal Tanjiro.
Okay. So it's basically Tanjiro is the character
I
for you.
freaking love Tanjiro is my favorite character, and usually I don't really like the main character of most animes.
Okay.
But
I'm talking about
Tanjiro
the
is a
game.
precious, even in the game, Tanjiro is a precious cinema roll that should be protected from Muzan Jackson.
My favorite character in this game is actually Inosuke.
Oh, Inosuke is good.
Inosuke is
I
sick.
quite like Nezuko as well.
Nezuko's good, but I find Nezuko is really slow.
Do you know who I find quite
Inosuke is
difficult
the
to
no-
control?
Yeah, who?
Zenitsu. Because he only has one attack.
And the thing is with Zenitsu, he only goes in straight lines.
Exactly. So
Which
it's
is
very hard to
annoying.
evade and actually target.
But if
with
you
it.
know how to use Zenitsu, he's
Yeah.
beast.
Yeah.
But one thing I love about Inosuke before I end this
Inosuke's
episode
beast,
is
man.
that
Yeah.
he's got good damage. He got this lovely
Got
fighting energy
damage, power,
to him.
and speed.
And he's funny. He's like the
Yeah.
funniest character, man.
Yeah.
He's just, I think he's the best character.
The way he just doesn't remember Tanjiro's name.
Yes.
Kotaro, Sanjiro.
I can't do his voice. His voice must be very difficult to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him. He's just great.
I can't believe he's Eren Yeager.
Eren Yeager.
I can't believe it.
Eren Yeager. You know, Attack on Titan season, what was it?
It's coming out on the 9th.
On the 9th.
Yeah.
This episode won't be out by then, but you know what? Oh, wow. Attack on Titan.
I can't wait.
I know this sounds a bit weird because this episode's about Demon Slayer, but do you think Koei are going to do an Attack on Titan 3?
Yeah, definitely. They have to end
They
it.
have to.
They have to end it. There's so much hype
Nathan,
now.
hi Nathan. Nathan. Wait, I'm just testing if Nathan actually listens to the podcast. Nathan, if you're listening,
I don't think he is.
you know what? That would upset me. I thought Nathan was our
Nathan's
biggest
got
fan.
his own life.
He does, but you
Yeah.
know what? Nathan does listen to the podcast. So
Nathan, even I don't listen to the podcast.
Ooh,
Fatality. Ultimate art move right there.
that was, the ultimate art finish.
yeah.
Ooh, that was it.
Yeah.
You fucked me up, fam. But Nathan,
Muzan!
Nathan, if you are listening,
Which
hi.
he's not.
He is.
He's not.
Hi, Nathan. But you know what? What I was gonna say.
Nathan Summer.
Nathan Summer. Nathan Summer. I'm fucking dead.
That's what I'm going to call you when I see you next. Nathan Summer.
That's definitely going in the bloopers. Nathan Summer.
We've made some decent jokes.
Nathan
this
is actually learning Japanese.
Is he?
Yeah, so we can call him Nathan Summer.
Nathan Summer.
Nathan Summer. 助けてください Nathan.
Oh no, wait, what am I? I'm not even speaking Japanese.
You're not. I didn't. You know that.
Oh no, because I heard it wrong.
We heard. You know what? That actually started off in high school. We actually heard in. It was like in Warzorochi. We were
You're saving the peasants.
when you're saving the peasants as Yanwei.
Nathan Summer, don't kill the peasants.
Like there's a bit where you could save the peasants or just leave them die, and they say,
Wait, pause. Did you ever save them?
"I save them all the time."
Me, I used to trample on them.
Damn, girl.
So
What? There was one voice line that was like,
What
So-
we heard is,
and it just stuck. I don't know why. It just stuck in our heads like that. So,
So literally in the middle of chemistry, we'd go to our random friend and we'd just go, Kevin,
and he didn't even not get the reference. He just found
but
it
he
hilarious.
still like
You know what,
find it
Kevin?
enjoyable. Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin. I don't think he's even going to listen to this episode.
Nathan Summer doesn't even listen to the podcast.
Nathan, fucking hell. Nathan listens.
Nathan
Hashtag
Summer
Nathan
doesn't.
listens.
He doesn't.
Listen to someone.
He doesn't.
You know what, Nathan? Oh, you know what, actually? They need to bring Nathan in the next Attack on Titan game
What?
as a playable character.
As one of the Titans?
As,
Or
as one of the Titans. You know what? Nathan could be like Reiner.
what? No.
No, he could.
No.
Like Reiner.
No.
Why?
It doesn't work.
It could. He was with the Armored Titan.
No.
Yeah, Nathan is
No,
Armored
no, no,
Titan.
no, 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 no.
Anyway, no,
That'd
do
be
you know
weird.
why? What happened was, I think it was like for the second Attack on Titan game, Final Battle, where you can make your own characters.
Yeah, why don't you make Nathan Summer?
I think when they were promoting the game, they were showing the character creation, and Nathan made himself.
Oh, well, duh. That's what you're supposed to do. Make yourself in these games.
Yes, and Nathan made himself, but is he going to do that if there is a new Attack on Titan game? That's tradition. Nathan Summer. You know what? Nathan, if you are listening, hi. If you're not, then fuck you. No, I'm joking. Nathan, no, Nathan.
No, Nathan Summer.
Nathan Summer.
Spare my life.
Gomen nasai, Nathan Summer. Anyways,
How do you rate this game?
how do I rate this game? I think
Well, no, we need to do a funny rating.
we're not going to...
5 Nesco Chans or Zanotsu. Wait, what's a good rating scale?
No, we don't rate games on GALP.
Oh, you don't?
No, that's not
a
how
bit-
it works.
That's a bit short.
That's a bit short. That's a bit
short.
short. No, we don't rate games on GALP. We just say who we would recommend them to.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Mate, I rate this game. This
No,
game's banging.
don't rate this game.
This game's banging.
This game's banging.
Banging.
Why do you sound like you would be eating a pot noodle when you're saying that? This game is banging.
Well, why are you outing me out? I am eating a pot
No,
noodle
you're
now.
not. You're not eating a
No,
pot
I
noodle.
wish.
That's bullshit.
I am starving though.
Well, then get something to eat.
Yeah, let's finish this up so I can eat.
No, this episode's going to go on forever just so you don't eat.
No, Nathan, Summer, help me.
That's good to hear. Nathan Summer. No, you know what? Nathan is not going to help us.
Because he doesn't listen.
Because he doesn't listen to the podcast. So
Yeah.
Nathan wouldn't even know that this bit exists. And this is
Exactly.
probably in the bloopers, which is normally at the end of the episode. So Nathan doesn't care. Hashtag Nathan doesn't care.
Wah. Anyway.
Hashtag wah.
Wah.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Muzan Jackson.
You know what?
Muzan Jackson and the what
and-
should we call the demons?
You just said the Jackson 5.
Well, Jackson 6. I think there's only 6 upper rank demons now because I think they got rid of the lower ranks after Ryu died.
Oh, is it? But
Yeah.
there's eventually there's going to be a Muzan 5.
Mhm.
So
Well, we'll see how season 2 comes out.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we can call them the Jackson 5.
The Jackson vibe.
Someone needs to do that. Someone needs to go on TikTok and
And just make TikTok songs or like whatever with just the Jackson 5 music in the
just with
background.
the Jackson 5 music. I would fucking
Oh,
see that.
baby, give me one more chance. And then you always see his Muzan Jackson just murdering one of his demons. Just.
Murdering Tanjiro's family.
But you don't see him murder his family. You just see them dead everywhere.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that's the music that plays in the background when you see Tanjiro's dead family.
A, B, C.
That's fucked. Anyway, that being said, big thanks to our sponsors, and I think that's the end of this episode. Hopefully, next episode we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Hopefully, I don't know. We might not. So that being said, thank you, Georgina, for coming on.
Oh, thanks. It was really enjoyable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
You really enjoyed it.
I really didn't
Yeah.
enjoy speaking to you, but I enjoyed talking about the fucking
I
game
thought
because it was good.
I thought you said you really enjoyed Pikachu. I was
Pika-
like, what's Pikachu got to do with this?
Bitch.
Pika, bitch. No, okay. Anyway, that being said, bye.
Bye.
Your mom.
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
Satoru.
Tanjiro.
Satoru.
Hanbe.
Hambero. Oi!
Hanbe.
Kanbe.
Hanbe.
Hambe.
Hanbe.
So, are we-
Hanbe. That's how we're gonna test all recordings out. Just
Hanbe.
Hanbe. Hanbe. I think that's good audio. Try again. Say something. Just say hello.
Hello.
Okay. Proper.
My son.
My son. My son.
Hello.
My son. I'm just testing the.
Knees weak, arms heavy, there's vomit on its way to already. Mom's spaghetti on the surface, he was calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd roars aloud. He opens the mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking. Jeans stop over, blouse, snap back to reality. Oh!
Like
Literally.
toast.
Like bread.
Do you wait? Do you slice
bread.
toast? Is that what you're saying? How the hell do you slice toast?
Look.
You slice bread and you turn it into
no,
toast.
No. When you put jam on your toast and butter, do you still have it there as a full square, or do you cut it in a triangle and then enjoy?
No, I would cut it in triangle and then I put the jam on it. I wouldn't cut it
no,
after.
but the point is after you toast it and you're trying to enjoy a toast and a jam, do you or do you not cut it in a triangle?
This is not in my episode. We'll save that for in mine.
No. But I'm trying.
You're on GALP
trying
here.
to.
We don't mess around. On
I'm
that.
trying to defend myself. Do you or do you not cut the toast? Or you're making a sandwich.
All right, I will.
Do you do not cut the toast?
I will cut it. I will cut it.
Case rested.
Okay.
Move on.
Okay. Cool. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Tandra's dad.
Like Rui.
I was gonna say rest in peace, Tandra's family.
Rest in peace. No, why
Rest
would you
in
do that?
pieces.
That's deep.
Can we actually include that?
That's
I think we get hated a lot.
That's gonna go in the bloopers.